For the record, I really didn't want to do this.
Welcome to the biggest learning YouTube channel. For today's video, we're going to break down the top 7 Easter eggs and hidden details of She-Hulk series that we've found so far. If you haven't watched the series, beware of the huge spoilers ahead. The attorney at law, the cousin of Hulk, Jennifer Walter, the She-Hulk herself, is finally arrived in Disney Plus channel. Just like other Marvel's movies and series, this series is also containing bunch of Easter eggs and hidden details that you might missed. So, here is the list. Reference to Scar. In the first episode, when Bruce made drinks for his cousin, there's a mysterious yet familiar mask in the background. It looks like a Hulk mask that used in Hulk Celebration back in Thor: Ragnarok. It seems that Hulk is still in contact with his Sakaran fellows, before they tried to make the Earth visit that leads us to She-Hulk first transformation. Later in the episode, Bruce explained the spaceship that made the Earth visit earlier is a Sakaran Class 8 courier craft, probably trying to deliver a message. While the message is still unclear, some speculation said that Hulk maybe went to see his son, Scar. This can be a reference to Planet Hulk or World War Hulk story. For whatever it is, let's hope that this will lead us to a Mark Ruffalo's Hulk solo movie. The other MCU movies and series reference. When Jen walks into the bar after the first She-Hulk transformation, we can see in the background a blackboard with some doodles in it. A glimpse of a lightning bolt symbol was there, and it looks like the Kamala Khan aka Ms. Marvel symbol. It might be a reference that this series takes place after Ms. Marvel. Right above the lightning symbol, is the Tom Holland Spider-Man logo, and beside that is a logo that looks like the Avengers logo combined with the Anarchy logo. On the third episode, the reference to other MCU movies is made by Wong and the new Asgard's new troublemaker elf, Runa. When Wong visited Jen's office, he mentioned that, "I'm not erasing everyone's memories, not again."
I know what you're thinking, Miss Walters. I'm not erasing everyone.
Which we all know that he was referring to the event in Spider-Man: No Way Home. Still in the third episode, Runa, an elf from New Asgard, is judged because she became the Megan Thee Stallion imposter, and tried to rob Dennis Bukowski. And in that hearing, she said, "Asgard is not a place, it's the people," before being cut by the judge.
Asgard is not a place, it is a people. Therefore
Thor's inspirational speeches are not admissible in court.
Who replied, "Thor's inspirational speeches are not admissible in court." The favorite saying that Runa quoted is definitely refers to the favorite quote in Thor:
God is not a place. It's a people.
Ragnarok, said by Odin and Heimdall. The end credit reference. All of Marvel fans know exactly that Marvel movies are full of hint in the end credits scene. Although not all of Marvel series includes end credits scene, She-Hulk is one of the exceptions. In the first episode end credits scene, we can see a lot of magnificent artwork sketches from the series production team, with reference to Cap's virginity. She-Hulk inside an elevator with bunch of uncomfortable people that surely refers to She-Hulk number 8 comic cover, and in one of the artworks, we can see a SHIELD logo in a folder on Jen's desk. Could it be a reference to She-Hulk collaboration with the spy organization? Or maybe Phil Coulson and others from Agent of SHIELD series will make a cameo appearance? She-Hulk rival. After the sudden appearance of Tatiana in the end of the first episode, the third episode brings another possibility of She-Hulk rivalry. When Jen asked to help Dennis Bukowski with the elf imposter case, another lawyer from the Superhuman Law Division, Mallory Book, was introduced. In the comics, Walters and Book has a strange relationship even though they work in the same office. We don't know what Mallory Book's role in this series yet, because of MCU movie history that sometimes turn the villain into an ally. New villain crew. In the end of the third episode, some unknown crew with a Asgardian-powered weapon suddenly attacked Jen. Although the attack was failed, there's a possibility that we might see them again in the future episode. The crew, known as Wrecking Crew in the comics, is one of the villains of the She-Hulk story. As we can see in the series, when Thunderball tried to take She-Hulk's blood, but failed because they can't penetrate her green skin. The interesting part is, they said Boss is gonna be mad.
Damn it! Boss is gonna be mad.
Who is their boss? Is it Samuel Stearns, from 2008's The Incredible Hulk movie? He was very interested in collecting Bruce's blood back then. It might be him again, trying to collect Jen's blood now. Or might it be someone from the future Thunderbolt project? Wong's origin. In the Phase 4 of the MCU, Wong has already made 4 appearances, 5, if you also count What If animated series, from the legendary but troublesome to She-Hulk battle with Abomination in Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, as the new Sorcerer Supreme in Spider-Man, No Way Home and Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and finally here in She-Hulk series. But we never really knew his origin, until Nikki shared it with us in the 3rd episode.
Just Wong, and his internet presence is a little chaotic. He's either a sorcerer who lives in New York, or a librarian who lives in Nepal.
Before became the Sorcerer Supreme, he was a librarian in Kamar Taj, as shown in the 2016's Doctor Strange movie, but shockingly he was part of Target Sales, too. If we look closely, he was working as Target Sales Associate for 9 years, in Kamar Taj. Was he working as a Target Sales and a librarian at the same time? Or, was he having trouble with the previous job, and need healing like Stephen Strange, Baron Mordo, and the others before become the librarian? Wolverine is here. Right after Jen's got fired, we can find her in her house, sitting with her BFF, Nikki. While Nikki tried to find her a job, Jen is distracted with an article, 10 offbeat jobs for a fresh start. We can't see any details of the articles, except for the #1 list, which names Swiss Village mascot. But if we take a closer look to the tag menu at the top, we can see a lot of references. Started with fun, movies, find Ant-Man that probably refers to Where's Waldo game, Cars, Norse mythology that surely refers to Thor, or Loki series, or maybe a hint for the 4th Thor movie? Avengers, Insanity, from which Jen's reading the article, which indicating that she probably having some mental issues right there, after got blood donation from her cousin and got fired, and the last one is World. The QR code beside the title, leads us to the She-Hulk comic books section from Marvel's website. And the ad beside that, is an Iron Man 3 sneakers, with Tony's artificial heart shown. The sneakers, actually exist. Marvel did really make a collaboration with Adidas, producing some sneakers with Stark Industries logo. Right below the sneakers, is the most interesting Easter egg from this series so far. We can see articles link, and the first one is Man fights with Metal Claws in Bar Brawl. Metal Claws in Bar Brawl, mate. This clearly a reference to the most famous mutant from the X-Men movies, the Wolverine. It must be referring to his first appearance in the first X-Men movie in 2001, when he tried to kill his opponent in a fight club. With Patrick Stewart's Professor X appearance in Doctor Strange Mom, will we see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in the future MCU? Or will we see a new actor portraying the Wolverine? Who do you prefer? Above all else, this is the first time the mutant Wolverine, to be exact, is finally being mentioned in MCU. Why there is a giant statue of man sticking out of the ocean is right below. Someone is mentioning this as well, at last. After the Eternals' final battle, there was no mention about the unborn Celestial, which quite confusing because once again, Marvel is always messing up with the timeline. While we never know the correct and exact timeline for each Marvel movies and series after the Infinity Saga, we can surely know that She-Hulk's timeline is after the Eternals, as the other series never mentioned or giving any reference to this giant statue at all. Well, that's all for our Easter eggs and hidden details for She-Hulk series, so far. Did you catch any Easter eggs just like we did? Or do you have any other hidden details that we might miss? Share it with us in the comments section below.